Just finishing up this painting today with a little bit of varnish, and let's get started. So when I'm varnishing, I don't just go across the whole thing and just leave it at that. I try to stick with the whatever's in the painting. I try to focus on that. So if there's any brush strokes, it follows the contours of what's in the painting. So say for instance the cupboards, I go back and forth or up and down, but something like this, I would, follow the contours at least a little bit and follow each piece and do each piece separately for varnishing. This also helps me keep track of what I've varnished and what I haven't varnished, because if I'm going back and forth, I'm always looking for this shine, and you can see it doesn't go here, so I know what I've done. But when I'm holding it like this, I don't see the varnish, so it's difficult. But if I'm focusing on one piece at a time, I move from piece to piece to piece, and that way I know I've got proper coverage. While I'm doing this, I also try to press fairly lightly, because some of my paint is raised and it's still drying underneath. Yeah, it's dry to the touch, but still might be drying underneath. So I don't want to press too hard to knock that down, because I like the little texture that it creates. So I press very lightly as I'm doing this. Also, if you go too hard and too rough, it tends to create bubbles. I find that I'm, having to chase to paint away. Do a quality check with the light, make sure I've got it all. I always like to do one last check across the surface to make sure I've covered everything in varnish. I didn't miss any areas. Seems like I've got it all. I may do a second coat depending on how this dries, so there you go. This usually takes about 40 to 72 hours to dry, according to the website anyway. So we'll see, and then we'll give it a second coat if needed.